Hello, YouTube, back again. Following my mate in 10 video, which if you've not seen yet, definitely worth going back and finding it. It's in my Rate and Climb playlist. I thought I'd try the, Scholar's Mate puzzle. I imagine it's not necessarily going to be the hardest set of puzzles in the world because as I'm aware you kind of make the king one square. I say one square because I don't know the name of the square off by heart, but it's relatively similar to Scholar's Mate and the 10 move mate that I achieved previously. So if I just dive straight in, I should always so well prepared. Here we go. As ever, the aim 20 in a row. I'm thinking it will be achievable first time round. And I did look at that past pawn. I always do this, don't I? I always forget to click what I meant to be practicing. Here we go. Second time lucky. Let's do this. Why does it say past pawn again? What am I missing here? What's going on? Do I need to go back? Let's go back. Let's go back in. Custom. Here. Scholar's Mate is past pawn clicked as well for some reason. No, nothing else is clicked or select, and Scholar's Mate disappeared. Start. Here we go. Scholar's Mate, not past pawn. Right. So as far as I'm aware, it's at F7 square, which is quite tender, I think, is what I've been told or what I've heard in the past. Black to move. Okay, maybe it's the F2 square as well. Seems to be the square that is of highest interest. White to move. Actually, saying that, I claimed it was easy, but there's quite a few instances from the last three that I'm seeing that it's not always a walk in the park. Some of them are quite well hidden. I think it's the way the queen ends up on that F7 square seems to be the trick. Okay, we're not having too much difficulty here, which always gets a thumbs up from me. Okay, this is actually quite interesting. I'm now thinking how many times I may have missed this opportunity in previous games. Okay, the plot thickens. It's not just straightforward now. It's difficulty 431. Is this some kind of, I want to say deflection or moving the defender, one or the other. I think it's deflection. I think my dark squared bishop has to take the pawn. Oh, wow. And this is difficulty 431. And this was me thinking I was going to fly through the first bit of adversity, and already I'm crumbling. Okay, so I'm thinking it's definitely not queen takes bishop. That's giving away the queen. So I think it's, if you look at forcing move, the light squared bishop would have to take the pawn on F7. And there's a multitude of moves the king can make. So I'm thinking dark squared bishop takes on G7, or the light squared bishop takes on F7. Now, if scholar's mate is my queen going to f7, protected by the light squared bishop, then logically speaking, I have to move my dark squared bishop, if we're going with logic purely. And the fact that we know it's a scholar's mate puzzle. Which makes sense. Excellent. Wow, I wonder if I would have, if I didn't know if it was scholar's mate, I wonder if I would have just delivered a mate with my light squared bishop and hoped for the best. I guess we'll never know. Hopefully never find out either. Okay. Getting back on track. Oh, I actually didn't see that, to be fair. It's interesting. White to move. This is good. Keeps the mind ticking over, trying to find these opportunities. Okay, now it's got interesting. It's black to move. Am I delivering check with my dark squared bishop? I think I am, because the king can't move. The only block is with the rook, and the queen can just take the rook afterwards. Excellent. Okay, we are back on track. Black to move. Okay. We're doing well. We just need to keep the the momentum, he says. Right. I want to definitely move the queen. I could take the pawn on f5. That's check. But then the king moves to, let's have a look. We'll move to e8. Then bishop to g6. Check. The queen would then have to block. And I would, what would I do if the queen blocked? Can't. If the queen blocks, I take it with the queen. Now, possibly the king runs away. Actually, if I take that pawn with my queen, the knight takes the queen, so that's not, we can't even entertain that as an option. Okay, that's fine, we can live with that. We can find another potential solution. So we deliver check with the queen on g7. The king can't run away to d6, it's protected by the pawn. So the king has to go to, let's have a look, e8. And then the bishop delivers the check on g6. And if the queen blocks, the queen takes the queen. And that should be checkmate. We believe so. We believe that's the correct combination of moves. As planned. I feel a lot better calculating this in my head through to the end first. I think someone somewhere on Twitter or on a video set tried to calculate these puzzles through to the end. Black to move. I see queen to f2 check. whoever blocks, I can then move my bishop to e3, and I believe that is... Oh, how painful is that? That was 14 in a row. Look at that. Look at that. How upsetting. Let's find out why that was wrong. Oh, because if the bishop blocks and I deliver check with the bishop blocks, I deliver another check with my dark squared bishop. It's interesting how that is wrong. Interesting how that one is wrong. See if we can figure that out. What could you block with? Oh, you know what? You can block with a knight. And then when my bishop delivers check, my dark squared bishop delivers check, the king can escape to c3. Wow. Okay, let's try that one again. That is interesting. Why? I just didn't consider it, did I? You just get lazy. That's why you should do 20 in a row. 10 in a row, and you think you've mastered it. And you haven't get up to 20. That's a much better test. Okay, so there's a alternative move. It'd be interesting to know what that move would be, actually. I must probably take the pawn on f4. Nothing can block that. And it moves the king away from the escape square. Okay, so queen takes on f4. King will either go to, let's have a look, e2 or e1. Goes to e1. It's a checkmate when the queen goes to f2. However, if the queen goes to, if the king goes to e2, then again it's checkmate when the queen goes to e3. That'll be the solution. Oh, no, it's not. It's bishops. All right, here we go. Yeah. Well, okay, 14 in a row. I'm leaving it there. That was my attempt 1. I really thought I was going to go straight through on my first attempt, but the ratings don't lie. I'm 700, so a 7, 8, 9 difficulty puzzle should have stumped me, which it did. As ever, I hope you played along. I hope you did better than me. Hope you're training, and hopefully attempt 2 will be a lot better. See you then.